For the energy of this short, we start off with the Fool and the Chariot card. I'm loving these two energies together. They feel so complementary, and I love that even the background is like both this yellow color. They feel like their energies are just like blending nicely. So this Fool card for me is really that sort of stepping off into the unknown, that sort of great adventure. And this reading for me, it's feeling like it's a really big spiritual adventure. The Chariot card is feeling like that self-discipline, that self-control. What it's bringing to mind for me is that sometimes stepping off the edge of that cliff can feel kind of scary, right? And I feel like that's a place where ego thinking can kind of get in and cause people to feel fear or doubt or things like that. But I feel like the Chariot is you really kind of having that self-discipline to be like cognizant of those thoughts, right? And not letting those thoughts, those fear thoughts, those ego thoughts take the wheel. Instead, it's you, sort of your higher self, your divine self, and your determination, kind of in the charioteer's spot, right? In the second row, the Three of Swords and the Two of Pentacles, it's an interesting energy. It's feeling to me like if you're in this collective, you're sort of moving out of a place of like this doom and gloom, this sorrow, this feeling of betrayal, this feeling of being hurt. I feel like if you're in this collective, you may have been sort of stuck in some of that like victim energy. And even those swords to me often represent like those ego thoughts. So if you're experiencing any of that, where it's like, oh, poor me, oh, it's so sad for me that XYZ happened, right? I feel like this Two of Pentacles is bringing like some movement and lightness into that. I'm actually getting like a really playful vibe from him. And even with the ships like in the background with those big waves just sort of being like tossed around by the ocean, I'm really feeling like this back and forth that feels very light and very playful. So it kind of feels like coming out of this really heavy, like dense, saturated energy, right? There's like all this sadness and all this sort of victim mentality here, and really coming into a place of lightness. I feel like the Page of Swords is that as well. Actually, the message I channeled from this card when it came out is stop reading tarot readings that you think are going to tell you that your person is coming or that the problem is going to get fixed. I feel like this guy is just looking around for the solution outside of himself. But this Eight of Pentacles card is saying that the solution is inside of yourself with your focus, your discipline, your hard work, your healing. This is very much relaying back to the message of that Chariot card for me.